Hello guys, and welcome to another Adobe Illustrator vlog. So in this vlog, basically it's kind of like I'm taking notes essentially. So these videos are basically for me, but you're welcome to use this video. So anyway, in this videos I'm gonna just cover stuff from the Adobe Illustrator book, a book in a classroom or whatever. I'm gonna cover that book. So I am using the Readest ebook reader. So this is a pretty underrated ebook reader, but it looks great. I believe this ebook reader is it's like taking inspiration from Foliate, which it's a Linux ebook reader. It's a really modern looking, good looking ebook reader. So the good thing about Readest is that it's available on Android, every platform, I think. Anyway, let's get back to the book. So I covered the quick tour, and now we're gonna cover the getting to know or the work area. So these are the things we're gonna learn. Open an Adobe Illustrator file, work with the toolbar, properties, taskbar, move the toolbar, customize the toolbar, work with panels, scale the Illustrator interface, reset and save your workspace, use view options to change the display magnification, pan with navigator panel, rotate the canvas view, navigate multiple artboards, arrange multiple documents. All right, a lot of stuff. So usually this takes 45 minutes. So there are like what do I close this? All right. So there are like 16 lessons here. So some lessons are like over 1 hour. I'm gonna assume like it's gonna take you like 20 hours to complete this whole book, and work out the examples. Or all right. So you should be able to finish this book in 4 to 5 a week tops, maybe 2 weeks if you're really slow or just doesn't have discipline or anything. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna read some stuff from here. I'm not gonna read everything, out loud. Instead, I'm gonna give you a summary, and I'm gonna have this open, Adobe Illustrator open, and I'm gonna show you the steps visually. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and read some stuff. So before I start, I just want to clarify some things. I'm not an artist, so this vlog series is just about learning Illustrator. So don't keep your expectation, low. I'm not an artist, and we're just trying to look at Illustrator. So these are like really fundamental, basic stuff. So like you can use this log to watch other Illustrator videos on YouTube or take a Illustrator course. So these are some things that you might need to know to take other advanced courses or videos or whatever. All right, so let's open up. I'm going to show you how to open up a Illustrator file. So if you have the book, you should have access to the files. So the Illustrator files ends with the AI extension. So if you click on it, it should open up in the Illustrator. So this is not taking the entire the thingy, the window. So to make it take the entire window, I believe, fit artboard in the window. All right, now you can see it fits the in the window. Great. Okay, so when you look at the Illustrator, you can kind of notice like it has these four places. At the top, you have application bar, which is it. I believe this is not the application bar. It can only be seen on the Mac, Apple operating system or whatever. So that's not the application bar. So on the right side, you have a panel. So these are panels, properties, layers, libraries. These things, the panels. And here you have a toolbars. So we got the selection, direct selection pen, curvature, rectangle, character, shape builder, and this three dot option lists all the rest of the tools. Some are dimmed, well, for example this, which means that it's being hidden in the inside, like you can see when you like you can see that there's this some sort of like square icon thingy at the bottom. That means there are other tools behind this. So just left click on all, then you will be able to see it. All right. All right, let's look at the selection tool. So this is a pretty common like tool. You use it to move, resize, and rotate, I believe. So for now, let's just select this and then move it. All right, great. So the when you select something, notice how the color fill and stroke changes. So when you select this color, the fill changes to orange, the stroke is none. When you select the text, the fill and color changes, right? Whenever you select some object. So this is useful because when you draw some new object, it's gonna inherit these color values. So I'm gonna draw a star on the left side of this. So the star is inside of this rectangle tool. Get the star tool and then try it. Notice how the star object inherited the color values. And then you can go ahead and select and resize it. I'm gonna hold shift so it doesn't like share shift or whatever. So it just perfectly resizes. And then we're gonna move it. And also you will get the guideline whenever you drag some object. Great. All right, now let's look at the properties panel. So whenever you have nothing selected, you'll see here it says no selection. So that's not really useful. Also, when you select something, now it reads group. Well, that's not useful either. So in this properties panel, there are like stuff. You'll see the width and what's this, x and y coordinates, and width and height and the degree, what is this, rotation, I believe. And then you can mirror it, and you can change the color, stroke, opacity, and you can add effects, and you can align it. We're gonna look at that later. And you can make it, you can bring it forward and backward by choosing arrange. So currently it's behind it. So if we wanted to, we could make it appear on top. So send to bring to front. All right. Let's just, you can just undo the last operation using Control Z. So for now, I'll just change the color. Let's select this weights. So one thing I noticed that there's like for color types, spot color, what is this? So when you select the color from this, there's really a little option to sort of like configure it. Change the color. It's really hard to change the color. So instead, it would be much easier to just pick it from this. All right, now let's see this. This is called a toolbar, I think. What do they call it? Contextual taskbar. So whenever you select something, you get an option to duplicate this object, repeat the object, lock object, more option. So properties panel, hide, reset pin. You get all sort of stuff in the task bar. So let's duplicate it. Wait a minute, why didn't it duplicate this object? Okay, so when you drag in, you can sort of like drag like horizontally by just holding the shift. It now like drags the object, I believe, in 45-degree increments. That's why we're able to drag it like really in the 45-degree angle, and then 90-degree, 0. Okay, so in the Illustrator, not every tool is visible. So there are advanced tools so that are not visible unless you tell it to show. So Windows, I believe, toolbars. So this is the basic and this is advanced. So now notice there's a tool. Where is it? We're looking for the knife tool. Well, okay, the knife tool is behind the eraser tool. So we're gonna use that to cut an object. So for example, this rectangle object, we can cut it anywhere we want. All right, let's now see how to use the knife tool. So we're gonna learn more about knife tool later, but for now, what you gotta do is just select something and then use the knife tool and then drag it. It will cut, and then you can select, I believe, So when we cut the this, it's not supposed to, it's all right. There's some problem. So basically we want to select the knife tool and then drag it like this, but okay, wait a minute, why is this like this? Okay, we were able to cut it. Oh, okay. So we cut the object using the knife tool. Great. So I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna cut another part just so for practice. So first we need to select the object, and then we cut the object like this, and then we select the object. Great. If you want it, you can change the color. You can also copy and, oh, wait a minute. Great. That's not how it's supposed to. So we can copy colors using the eyedropper. It's a bit advanced, but I'm gonna show you now. So let's first, we're gonna change this to this color, and then select this color and that object and eyedropper. Great. You can deselect, Shift Control A. So apparently you can move the toolbar, customize the toolbar. It's not in the book. Instead, it's on the web edition. For more information, see the web edition section. So they're not telling us how to customize the toolbar. Next, we're gonna look at working with the panels. All right, now let's look at how to collapse the properties panel. So this properties panel, this right side panel has these three tabs by default: properties, layers, and libraries. If you press this icon, it collapses this property, and then you can drag it all the way to make the workspace a lot bigger. Again, you can set, I believe, fit the artboard to the window to make it fit the window, and then I believe we can drag it like this, or press this icon, properties. Great. So the last time, now it's looking weird, right? You can go to Windows and Workspace, reset Essentials. So that will give you the list. So this, well, you can't drag it to the left side to shrink this window. So the only way is to use this and then like this. Okay, so by default, these are the only panels that come with the Illustrator. So you can add other panels. So if you press the window, you can see other panels. So I'm gonna click on the swatches. When I click on the swatches, the window is a free floating sort of window. So instead of like clicking the window to get access to swatches panel, I could dock this. So click and drag to the properties panel. All right, so that kind of created another window. So let's go to properties and maybe so we're supposed to drag this, and so this creates a new panel group. So this is weird. Okay, it's a bit hard to make the swatches to appear in the properties thingy. So for whatever reason, so we're gonna just leave it like that. Okay, we can scale the Illustrator's interface. I think it's gonna be really handy. So I'm gonna just search on the Google how to scale Illustrator. So usually it's gonna be in the preferences, right? It's gonna be in the general preferences, appearance, where is it? Type, smart guide, user interface, yes. UI scaling. So why is this scale cursor? Okay. You have modified changes for taking preference. All right, we're gonna restart. Save changes. Yes. I mean, if you are using the Illustrator, you don't need to scale the window, I think, because I'm just making a tutorial sort of video. I just want to make it big. So go to the preference. It's in the edit tab and general. I believe user interface and UI scaling. Great. All right, now let's look at some menus. So in the Illustrator, there are a lot of options in behind some icons like this. When you click this, you can see additional menu, right? So these icons like shows a list view, thumbnail view. So if you go to swatches, you also see this list view, all this stuff. So all right, and then when you right click on some places, you also get this context. This is also some menus. depending on like where you click, where you right click, additional options appear. So close tab. Also in the workspace, you can change to another workspace. So it's in we're using the essential. You could go to the painting. That will give you these weird looking panels. Great. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the essential. So the essential, great. So this essential is just very beginner friendly, I think. All right, now let's look at zooming the artwork. So I usually like usually if you have a mouse, you can try the scroll wheel with some options. So the control scroll doesn't work. Maybe the alt. Okay, so the alt tab zooms the artwork. And notice you can also see the values, the percentage values of the zoom. So this is the original size. So this is the 50%, 25% of the zoom. You can also go to the view, and I believe there's a zoom in and out. The shortcut is Control plus, Control minus, and you can use the hand tool to move it. So there's another way, sort of like bring the object into the center. So first you select the object and you can press Control 0. Well, that didn't do much. So why is that? Well, I believe that's wrong options. So let's go to view. All right, I'm gonna look for it online. Okay, my bad. That's my misunderstanding. The Control 0 just fits the art work to the artboard or the window. Control 0 does. I mean, you can always go to the window and I believe, where is it? Fit the artboard in the window. So that's the Control 0. So there's actually a zoom tool in the Illustrator. So that is, it's hidden somewhere. So I believe it's the icon is a magnifying glass, I believe. So here it is, zoom tool Z. So it's in the hand. So let's just select it and so basically you just drag it like this to zoom in and out. And then you can combine with the fit artboard to quickly switch places. That's Control 0. Again, you can check all the shortcuts by looking at all these tabs. Anyway, the shortcut for the zoom tool is control spacebar, and zoom out tool is control, wait a minute, control alt spacebar. Control alt spacebar for the zoom out. Which is weird. You can use the control spacebar, control alt, or whatever. So let's just remove this object, select it and delete it. There we go. Okay, now let's look at the how you can pan the artwork. So that's using hand tool, I believe. The hand tool looks like the hand. The shortcut is H. And now let's look at how to rotate the artwork or the canvas. Let's just rotate this artwork really quickly. So in behind the hand tool, you got rotate view tool. If you hold the shift, it rotates on 50-degree increments, with 50-degree increments or whatever. Okay. Now let's just add a text. The artwork is really big. Let's just type something. I can use the eyedropper to copy the style. Why is that not working? For some reason, I was not able to copy the font styles. Great. Anyway, the point is you can rotate the canvas using the rotation tool. and there's also option here at the bottom of the panel where you can also set the rotation values. Okay, now let's look at a few ways you can view the artwork. So there is this outline version where you can sort of see all the objects kind of in this weird looking way. This makes it easier to see what objects are behind other objects. So as you can see, there's this weird thingy. So this just means that I think I put a text here, but I didn't even put a letter there. So another way would be to pixel preview. So when you do that, you can see how it would. So when you use the pixel preview option, it will show you how it would look if the image was rasterized. So there's two types of ways image can be displayed, are in raster and vector. So you can create vector images with Illustrator. Vector images basically mean like you can zoom the image, and there it doesn't display like it doesn't get blurry or doesn't show pixels. So raster images show pixels when you zoom in. So let's just switch back to the our original preview. All right, let's import another one. Anyway, when I imported the another artwork, it imported to artboard, which is weird, right? So whenever you import something, it creates artboard. So you can the Illustrator can have like 1,000 artboards. So this is the first artboard and this is the second artboard. You can switch between them in the status bar. You can fit the artboard to the window, just like we did it. Fit artboard in window, fit all in window. You can select the artboard and you can make it fit window. And in the properties panel, I believe, well, you can also switch the artboard in the properties panel. To do that, deselect everything and nothing selected. You can go to the artboard option to switch between the artboards. I believe you can also add an empty artboard. Edit artboards. Well, you could exit the artboard There's also an artboards panel. You can click it to add the artboard. This is advanced topic. We're gonna look at it later. I'm just showing you. You can also add artboard. There's there's a artboard tool that is used to move artboards. I believe it's control. I don't know what's the tool. You use the artboard moving tool to move this artboard. So let's just quickly search. Shift O. So you just need to press Shift O. This is the artboard moving tool. Now you can just move the artboard anywhere you want. Go to view, fit all in the window. Shift O. Move the artboard. Great. You can save it. And that's it for this video. So there are some review questions. What is the properties panel for? So this is the properties panel. So when you select exit artboard, so there in the properties panel you can like there are a couple of options: transform appearance, align, quick actions. So use the properties panels to quickly change colors, size, rotation, mirroring, opacity, add effects, align. So this is what properties panels are used for. All right. Describe 2 ways to change the view of a document. Change the view. I don't understand what they mean by it. Maybe they are talking about how to zoom in, zoom out. Or maybe they are talking about how we view the artwork. Outline or pixel preview. Don't know. How do you save the locations and visibilities of panels? So these are the panels, right? We added a panel to this panel group. So these are all the panels. So whenever we open up a window or panel, it kind of like appears free floating. We can add them to this panel group. Then it will make it appear like this. We can remove it. So there's also I believe a way to actually add it inside of already existing panel group, right? But for some reason I don't know how to do that. I think that would be great if we can like if we can just add this to the properties panel, right? But when I drag it, it adds at the end of the panels. But I want to add it inside of the properties, but I don't know how to do that. Okay. Describe a few ways to navigate between artboards in Illustrator. Well, you can, in the status bar, you have the option to select the artboard like this, vertical. So this, how you navigate it. And with nothing selected, you can use the properties panel to navigate. I guess that's two easiest way to navigate between artworks. Also in the view, if you go to view tab and fit all artboards, you can see all the artboards that are in this file. How can you rotate the canvas view? You can use the rotate view tool. It's inside of the zoom tool or hand tool. So select it and then just um, I think just this sort of like rotates all the canvas. So just select this one. Great. Or we can use kind of like, what is it, view fit artboard in the window. What if you wanted to just isolate one artboard? I don't know how to do that. Okay, that's it for this video.